everyone, Kareem Rae here with Jalen Campbell, and today we have Ben Reveno, who's a professional footballer at New England Revolution, 2 in the MLS NEXT Pro League. Ben, how's it going?
I'm good, good. How are you guys?
Good. So, Ben, can you just take us back into, well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna just dive straight into it. Everyone wants to know how you became a professional footballer.
Honestly, that's a great question. I never really, I just always had a passion for soccer. Played all my life growing up, and then eventually got offers from college, and I just kept playing and still love it.
Yeah, and you went to UCLA, and UCLA is it's a huge school. It's very well known in the States. Talk a little bit about how you chose the school that you went to and the major that you studied.
Well, actually, I didn't start out at UCLA. I started out at a school called UC Irvine. And I didn't play my first year. I redshirted, and then the second year didn't get that much playing time. So my best friend actually played soccer at UCLA with me, and he knew I wanted to transfer, so he talked to the coaches and headed over there. Ended up majoring in sociology, and honestly, just a great place. Soccer, the people, location, a great place to live.
I'm wondering, do you know any girls that played on the girls side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shayna Flynn.
Yeah, you know Shayna?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, nice. I just did an interview with her last week.
Yeah. She just recently transferred though, I think.
Nice. Yeah, she did. Yeah. That's cool. So, Jay, did you have any questions in regards to school wise and
Cool. Are you originally from Cali?
Yeah, I'm from Northern California. So from LA, that's about 5 hours, San Francisco area.
Oh, so it wasn't a bad switch for you. Where was UC Irvine before?
Sorry, what was that?
Where was UC Irvine?
It's an hour from LA.
Okay, so everything was close to you pretty much.
Yeah. But when I was going to college, I kind of narrowed down my schools to be in California. I knew I wanted to stay in California, so that kind of helped me with my decision.
Okay.
Nice. So how did you balance being a student athlete during your time at UCLA?
Honestly, it wasn't too hard. I wouldn't say my major was the hardest. Most of the team at both my schools were sociology, so there wasn't that much of a time conflict or a busy schedule. But I mean, I usually got my work done and just found ways to make time for myself.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna jump in quick with a question. You went to UCLA, a big school. Did majority or not majority, but how many players from your class went away to pro or from your school that joined you?
So this past year, there's 3 of us. Justin Garces, who signed homegrown for Atlanta, and then Ahmed Longmire, who got drafted 10th overall to Nashville.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Right. What is it that you think made you stand out to get picked up to sign pro besides everyone else, right? Because there's thousands of people that go to school, right, in the States. So what do you think that did it for you?
That's a great question. I don't know. Just I guess some teams thought I was good, and
they different than everyone else.
Yeah, I that's a great question.
Got it. Let me dive a little bit deeper. What was the specific step-by-step process? Because you went from UCLA, and then after you graduated, did you sign pro right away, or what happened after you graduated?
So I graduated, and I found out that I made a MLS eligible player list for the draft, and it was 100 people. And so after that, any of those 100 people could get drafted. Okay. And then from there, I waited. There was an MLS combine. I didn't make it to that. There was only 42 people. And then there was another combine, but I didn't go to any combines before.
So wait, sorry, what was the first thing that you mentioned?
The the
The list with the 100 players. What's that
oh
list?
the eligible player list.
Okay.
So
How'd you find out? Like, how'd you find out that you were on that list?
MLS posted it.
What they
Mm.
posted it? What they posted on?
Their website, just mls.com.
So like everyone that goes to school has to go and check that website basically to see if they're on the list.
Yeah, it comes out a certain date, and I think I think only seniors could be on it, and then a few underclassmen. But for the most part, it's
All seniors.
seniors.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like I thought, like when you mentioned the list, I thought like those individuals that were on the list, like MLS is reaching out to you guys, but like it's each man for its own, basically, and you guys all got to go check the list.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I didn't know that. I'm gonna dive into the second question. Like, how and when did you sign your first professional contract?
So actually, when I first came to New England, I went to preseason with the first team. Went back to California actually started preseason in Mass for about a week and a half, and then went back to California for like 3 weeks. And they decided they didn't want to sign me, so they offered me a second team contract, and I took that.
Nice. And sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, when was that?
When I signed my contract?
Yeah.
Like mid-February, maybe, end of February.
Nice. And you mentioned you mentioned this was like a passion for you. Was it always your goal to like sign pro, or was it just something that just you were working towards?
Yeah, like it was always like a goal of mine to play professionally, but like at the end of the day, I just enjoyed playing, and I'm a competitive guy, so I just really enjoyed the feeling of winning and being a part of a team. So I wouldn't say it like that was obviously my goal, but it just helped me, like it drove me a little more.
Nice. And how did it feel to put pen to paper for the first time?
It was a good feeling.
Yeah. Was there any excitement? Was the family excited, or was it just like just another day I'm signing, now I'm getting paid for this? Like how did you what was it all about?
I kind of saw it as another day. I mean, I don't know, just the way I think, like I feel like I'm more of like a reserved guy. Like I'm never really like satisfied. I don't really like talk about myself too much, you know. So like I just signed, and obviously my goal is to keep working and try and get better.
100%. Jay, before you go, the last question I was going to ask in regards to this, what advice would you give to up and coming footballers that want to go pro? What are 3 things that you would share with them?
The first thing is just, I'd say, get a lot of training in. I personally don't think just going and training with your team's enough, because everyone does that. You have to go above and beyond with what you want to work on, because at the end of the day, everyone goes to practice, whatever practice is, 2 hours with their team. So if you want to get better and stuff like that, I would say definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's my main advice.
Did you have like a sports agent or a sports lawyer that like help you out, or did you do it on your own?
Yeah, I got an agent after I graduated from college.
Who's your agent, if you don't mind me asking?
Kevin Weiners, he's from Pro Sport.
Pro Sport. And like did you have like a process of finding an agent? Did you talk to multiple agents, or did one person just reach out and you're like, I'm gonna go with this guy?
Well, actually, I didn't really even think about any of this stuff. In my senior season, I was just like focused on the season. I heard some talks that some teams were interested in me for my head coach, but I don't know, kind of put it in the back of my head. I wasn't really concerned with that at the moment. And then at the end of the season, my coach came up to me and said, there's this agent I'm good friends with who signed one of my older players, Tristan Blackman, actually plays on Vancouver right now. and said he's interested in you and wants to meet. So I don't know if there were other agents interested, but I don't know, I got good reviews from my coach, and I met with him, and he's a really cool guy. So
Nice, a good introduction, and obviously someone that you trust your coach, introducing you to someone that he trusts, and
yeah,
and so far it's been good.
yeah.
Nice.
What position do you play?
Like center back, outside back.
Mhm.
I've been kind of moving around between the two. I don't really have a preference, to be honest.
What are some tips for the viewers about your position? How to train for it, and like that kind of stuff.
Um, for center back, I would say, like, especially in the US, they want like a really good defender, obviously. Like, but I think how American soccer is played, they don't really focus so much on like playing out of the back.
Hmm.
But I think like playing out of the back is like very important. But I think if you can read the game defensively well and are more athletic, you could get in better opportunities and positions to go to the next level.
Ben,
Talking about what you say?
yeah, I'm really interested to know, Ben, what the level of difference is between MLS Next Pro, which is a new league, compared to playing in university at UCLA. What's the level difference? Is there any difference, or is there a huge difference?
I would say overall the players are more technical, maybe better decision makers too. Because like the college game, most of it is just like athleticism, just running. Like for example, Stanford, they won the national championship 3 years in a row, and they were in our conference. And I don't know, they never played out, and they would just outwork you.
Got
So
it.
I think that's the one bad thing about the college system is it doesn't really prepare players to go to the next level. I mean, obviously there are certain programs that do, but I would say like the majority of college programs, they don't really play soccer the right way, if that makes sense.
Mm. Jay, how was it? How was it like? Did you guys play in the same conference, or did you play in a different conference?
I played in a different conference with Temple.
Yeah.
What would you guys? I have a question for both of you guys, because you guys, both went to school. What does the conference that you go to matter, or does it play a big part?
I'd say competition wise, it plays a pretty big part. If you're trying to play like good schools and compete against top players, and yeah, for sure, like I'd say the conference matters. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I would say it does matter just in the sense that like how the college system works is obviously the bigger schools get more recognition. I don't think there's like obviously there's really good players that go to like other schools that aren't noticed, and I think like some of these even like smaller schools don't get enough credit than they should.
Yeah.
But that's just like how the college system is. Like for example, the ACC, the teams with like Clemson, um, Notre Dame, I don't know, like Wake,
Yeah.
all the schools, like all those teams go to the playoffs, and everyone talks about them just because that conference is like so famous. And
Yeah.
Got it. Jay, before that last question, Ben, you, you're at UCLA, which you're not getting paid for. You're going there for an education, to learn, to meet people, network, so on and so forth. But now you're getting paid to play in the beautiful game. What things come with that, on and off the field?
I mean, me personally, I'm like a simple guy. I don't really like spend a lot on like clothes or stuff. But I could see how people, and I actually know people who kind of like, what's the word? Kind of get caught in like the materialistic world of just buying stuff, and kind of makes them cocky in a way. That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, myself, like I don't like honestly, I really only buy food and like some
Keep it
clothes.
simple. Yeah, I'm the same way, bro.
Yeah. Before I dive into the last question, you're talking about like the American system and like how playing out of the back is like not really a big thing and stuff. Like, is America or MLS the next goal for you, or do you plan on like taking experience in Europe and like moving on into different places?
I would honestly anywhere I could get a contract. I mean, if I have a good opportunity at New England Revolution, I would love to take that.
Hmm.
Um, but I wouldn't be opposed to going to Europe at some time.
And then diving into the last question, what's your most memorable soccer moment?
Most memorable soccer.
Like the one that comes first to mind when we ask you that.
I would probably say in college when we played Stanford.
Mhm.
Um, we hadn't beat Stanford as a program in 4 or 5 years, so we were like I think 0-8 against them,
Yeah,
and maybe scored like one goal, and we ended up beating them 2-0.
Mm,
that's
Um,
huge. It's
and it
huge in
was a
college.
battle, but
Yeah.
it was a cool like feeling and moment.
nice. Before we dive into the fun questions, me and Jalen, we had the chance to come see you guys play at BMO Field in downtown Toronto, and obviously link up after. But in regards of you just signed, right? You just signed. This is your first year. I mean, congratulations to you.
Yes, bro.
This like, how do you feel about like playing with New England right now, and how do you feel about this league, like going forward, the MLS?
I think it's a good start just for the development of players. I know there were teams in USL Championship and USL League One, but it kind of just wasn't as coordinated. And I think this also allows academy players to come into these teams and play against first team players coming down. So I think the competition's good, and I think it'll eventually get better as more players are willing to come in and try to play. And I don't know how it's going to be with the draft either. I don't know if they're just going to try to draft players to go to the MLS Next, or they're still going to be serious about bringing them to the first team. But I think the draft could, if they continue it, be a huge role in the MLS Next.
Nice. I mean, we didn't really talk, Ben. Well, first, Ben, do you have a little bit of extra time, like an extra 5 minutes?
Yeah, I've
Okay, cool.
nothing else.
Jay, we didn't talk about on the field things. Did you want to ask Ben about anything on the field wise, or
Um, like what kind of stuff?
just anything like, you know, what I would ask like right now is, um, like as a center back, what's going on in your mind when you're playing in that position?
Um, a lot of the time, I'm just trying to organize, trying to help the players in front of me. Um, and personally, I really like the ball and building out. So I'm just always trying to find options of trying to get out of pressure and stuff like that.
Yeah, when we met up after the game, you were mentioning Toronto's fans, and you said that's probably like one of the no, was it you? Was it you who mentioned the Toronto fan base in the
Yeah,
class?
well,
Yeah,
someone was
you said
chirping me.
Yeah, you said Toronto's a decent fan base, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about that. What's it like playing in front of fans and hearing them in the background, them chirping at you and stuff?
It's a cool feeling. I mean, before the game, there was just a bunch of drunk people from the previous first team match. So
Yeah.
I heard a little bit from them, but it's definitely a cool feeling. Like, for example, we also played in Orlando Stadium after the first team game, and fans stayed for that as well. And having just a decent amount of fans just creates an atmosphere that is more enjoyable to play in. So
Yeah.
it's a cool experience.
What about, off the field things, like you guys are constantly traveling to different states and different countries. Do you ever get fatigued, or is it a lifestyle that you like?
Um, no, I honestly not really, because I don't really do much during the day other than train.
Yeah.
Um, so I try to chill when I can. Like, for example, we had an off day, went to the beach, just try to get away from the game, because
Mhm.
I don't think it's always good to just have your mind focused on one thing. So
Hmm,
You know, those days are needed.
nice. Jay, did you have any more questions that you wanted to ask Ben, or?
No, I think that's it for me.
Okay. Okay, cool. Let's dive into the last 10 fun questions. They're speed questions, Ben, so you got to answer them fast.
Okay.
I'll ask the first 5, and then JC will end off with the last 5. Who's your favorite team?
Favorite team?
Yeah.
City.
Fuck guys, bro. You guys in City.
All right, but listen. I like City. Well, honestly, don't have a favorite team, but that would be the team that comes to mind. And
Yeah.
I only like City because like I just love watching them. Like
This Sunday we're locking it up, bro. Champions.
I don't know. I'm a Liverpool guy, so I'm against you guys, bro. I'm against you guys. Who's your favorite player?
Favorite player? Probably Kyle Walker.
Oh, wow.
Nice, yeah. He's
Wow.
solid. Favorite cleats?
Favorite cleats ever?
Right now.
Right now, I would say Vapors.
Favorite food?
Favorite food? Pizza.
Favorite artist musically?
Kid Cudi.
What's your favorite track by him?
I'd probably say Tequila Shots.
Where's Kid Cudi from?
State, bro.
Where's he from?
He's from Ohio, Cleveland.
I think
I don't.
he's LA for some reason. I don't know why.
Jay, you listen to Kid Cudi?
I didn't listen to his new album, but I listened to some of his old stuff.
What's the song called again?
Tequila Shots. It's on Man on the Moon 3, his like latest album, but
I'll listen to it after. I don't really listen to Kid Cudi.
yeah.
I'll
His
check
new
him out.
album was really good, I heard, right?
The new, yeah, I mean, I liked it. Like the first album he made was like very good, and that's like kind of put him on the map.
I heard his new one was good too.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
liked it.
All right, so I'm gonna dive in now. Are we going with Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Thank you. The first team you're picking FIFA has to be City.
Yeah, I'd say City.
Yeah. Are you going for 2 goals in the game or 1 goal and 1 assist?
I'll go for the win. Nah, I'll go for a goal. 2 goals. 2 goals.
2 goals? 2 goals? All right. Would you rather score a free kick or a PK last minute goal?
PK last minute goal.
And last question, if you were a coach and you were able to sub in any player in history, any generation, whenever, right? Who is it going to be?
Messi.
Messi.
Jeez. Okay, but besides Messi, who else would you sub in, bro?
Yeah.
Like, are we losing? Are we winning? Like, what's the situation?
You guys are tied 1-1. Yeah, to win the game.
And we need a goal?
Yeah.
I would say Ronaldo, but
I said R9.
R9, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. No, I would sub in Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Only sub in.
Not Aguero, bro.
No. Oh yeah, Aguero. I would only sub in City players.
Aguero.
Right.
Yo, that goal is crazy, bro. I hope we run it back this Sunday. I hope I get that atmosphere again, bro.
Yeah, I love that. It's close, huh? Are they? Well, City just tied, so that helped them a lot.
Yeah, if they win Sunday, it's locked, secured.
Yeah.
Like it's the last game for everybody, so if they win Sunday, we're buzzing.
Liverpool won't.
Liverpool's gonna win, bro. But Ben, before we go, I just want to thank you. Well, again, congratulations on your new signing, and I just want to thank you for joining us on the One Soccer Nation podcast today.
Thank you guys for inviting me.
It's also a pleasure to meet you this weekend, bro.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you guys for showing me around and hang out with us.
100%.
Anytime. Next time you're in Toronto, hit us up.
Yeah, of course.